It's going to be tough. First, I want to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for honoring my father in the Hall of Fame today. It's a tremendous honor for me to honor him and speak today. First, I'd like to thank Beth for helping me with my dad's ad. And I encourage you, my dad's ad is the poem that my wife Jennifer wrote. That's a beautiful poem, and I would appreciate it if you guys would all read it. Behind every great man is an even greater woman. I'd like to also acknowledge my mother, Mary Ellen, who is no longer with us. And rest in peace, Mom. I can vouch for that because I have a great woman too in my wife Jennifer. I'm extremely honored to be representing my father's induction into the Cherry Hill East Hall of Fame. It's rare air when a son gets to honor his father. Usually, it's the other way around. I've been reflecting on a flood of memories that at times have overwhelmed my attempt to do him justice. Maybe it's just me, but I think the most successful years at Cherry Hill East occurred when my dad was at the helm of administrative support for all things athletic at Cherry Hill East, except 1977. Before I talk about Cherry Hill East, though, I'd like to share a few brief memories that had a defining impact on me and my brother and sisters and demonstrate the type of man he was and father. My dad was thrifty and resourceful. Work, earning a living, having money in your pocket was important to him. It wasn't good time money or for wasteful spending. It was for the necessary stuff. So what did my dad do? He took out the homeliest woman in Ocean City. Borrowed a suit, painted his shoes white, scalped a ticket to the dance. His friends couldn't believe he was taking this girl to the dance. Why did he do it? For practical reasons. Her dad was the mayor of Ocean City. By wooing the mayor's daughter, he got that job. Then along came the war. I asked him, why did you join the Navy? Why not the Army? Didn't you want to storm the beaches and kill the enemy? He said he wanted to do that, but they rejected him for 5 feet. So he went next door and joined the Navy. And he took an aptitude test for the submarines and qualified. And it takes a special person to want to fight a war underwater. Next to airmen, I didn't know this, but I came to find out, the submariners are next highest on the casualty list. I asked him why he picked the Navy, or why did he pick submarines? I decided I wasn't going to walk out of that war. I was going to walk out of the war the way I walked in, or I wasn't going to walk out at all. My father was dedicated to serving others. He kept a diary of his time during the war. There was an entry when his submarine was under depth charge attack. The entry essentially said, we're all Christians when you're under depth charge attack. You do your job while repeating the 23rd Psalm, and you pray in between them. My dad was a man of courage and a man of faith. After the war, my dad took advantage of the GI Bill and applied to colleges. He was accepted into the engineering program at Drexel University, but they told him he'd have to wait a semester before he could enroll. Meanwhile, Trenton State Teachers College, which is now known as the College of New Jersey, accepted him right away without delay. It's because he didn't want to wait a semester that he graduated from Trenton State. The rest is educational history, culminating with his induction tonight, or this afternoon. My dad took advantage of the opportunities given to him. People may have experienced him differently at Cherry Hill East, but at home, my dad usually hid his emotions. When my sisters Bonnie and Kim had families of their own, my brother Tom graduated from the Merchant Marine Academy and was the chief mate on a cruise ship circling the Hawaiian Islands, and I was starting my accounting career, we hired a professional photographer to take a family photo of the four of us to present to my parents. It was very emotional for all of us. Of course, my mom cried. We all cried. The most rewarding part was to see how deeply it touched my father. The four of us realized at that moment how important we were and family was to him. Finally, my dad was a product of the Depression. It had a tremendous impact on him and how he conducted his life. He was a man of few words, which I think is typical of that generation. He was about what you did, how you acted, the example you set. Words were meaningless unless demonstrated by action. I think it's the actions he took that resulted in him being honored here this afternoon. He did what he said he was going to do. He just didn't wish you good luck. He showed up. That's why he got along with all the coaches so well. He went to the games, watched practices, appreciated athletic success. He let you know when you were good, and he let you know when you should be better. The athletes loved him. He was not an administrator who locked himself in his office. He was out and about, encouraging all the Sams, Charlies, and Matildas who took to the fields of Cherry Hill East. Thank you for inducting my father, Ed Branin, into the Cherry Hill East Athletic Hall of Fame. He would have felt so honored and would have enjoyed seeing all the familiar faces here tonight, this afternoon. Thank you.